Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Good morning, dear devotees. Thank you very much for joining this beautiful morning. Krishna is so kind to all of us, so we can wake us up safe and sound, so we can fully concentrate on His holy name. We will continue our second day of Braj Mandala Parikrama, and I'm gonna ask sometime that in Parikrama of Vrindavan, can someone name exactly in the sequence we see the Vrindavan Parikrama? Not today, but one day I'll accept sometime. That's a wonderful thing to meditate. Now we will continue our journey toward Mathura. But before we have the entry in the 12 forests of Vrindavan, we have to become qualified to enter mentally or physically. And qualification comes only when we'll receive the mercy of those who eternally reside in Braj. By the mercy only we will be able to enter in the 12 forests of Vrindavan, which is really our eternal home, where Radha and Krishna perform the transcendental pastimes 24/7. It's a glorious place where all eternal associates reside, and chanting of our journey in 12 forests of Vrindavan become a natural way of calling out to the divine couple. So with those thoughts, let's remain a sincere beggar, beg the mercy of the divine couple Radha and Krishna, Giri Govardhan, Panchatattva, Lord Nrsingadev, Vrinda Devi, Nama Prabhu, Lakshmipati Tirth Maharaj, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his eternal associates, 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, Swarup Damodar Goswami Maharaj, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Vrindavan Das Thakur, Narhari Sarkar Thakur, Purushottam Das Thakur, Abhiram Das Thakur, Parameshwar Das Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, Uddhava Das, Madhusudan Goswami Maharaj, Jagannath Das Babaji, Vipin Vihari Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhagavad Das Babaji, Gorkashore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, and our dear Srila Prabhupada, who took so much austerity, leaving aside a perfect situation living in Vrindavan, came at an advanced age in a cargo ship, having a couple of heart attacks, no money in his pocket, no fixed residence, sleeping only 3-4 hours a night. Prabhupada took all this austerity to lay down a path that we can simply follow in his footsteps and deliver our soul from the nations of this cycle of birth and death. So with their kind mercy and blessings, let's start our second day of our Braj Mandala Parikrama. So first, we will be visiting Radha Bhattaronda Bihari Mandir, and then we will go to Akrura Ghat, then we will visit Birla Mandir, then Gokarneshwar Mahadev, Janmashtami, not Janmashtami, Janmasthal, and Vishram Ghat. This is our journey for the second day. So when we leave the Vrindavan, we offer our obeisances and then continue our path toward the Bhattaronda, that the Yagni Patni Sthal, where Brahmanas did the sacrifice. And actually, I have been lucky to study this pastime with Param Karuna Prabhu, very learned person. that we spend a couple of days together, an hour or so studying together, Srimad Bhagavatam, wonderful pastime. So this is a very, very unique pastimes happen. I have posted the picture so we can meditate. It's a very nice stairwell, and it's a huge bell when you reach on the top to ring, and it will shine up everywhere. So we will turn left toward the Chaitanya Vihar and eventually join the Vrindavan Mathura road, which we follow for a short distance before turning left again to go to Bhattaronda. Actually, when we did the Brajmandala Parikrama in 2011, they just saw from the distance, only from the road, on the top of the hill, this temple. So when I visited last time, I personally wants to go there and visit it. Wonderful temple. So Bhattaronda is a quiet spot on top of a hill in middle of some fields outside the town of Vrindavan. The temple deities are called Sri Sri Radha Bhattaronda Bihari. To see them, we squeeze in and up a narrow stairwell that you can see on the right-hand side of the temple, and duck under a huge bell with a thunderous resonance. From the temple terrace, we can see other temple domes in the distance, rising above the green farms and forest of Vrindavan. It's a chilly autumn morning, and there is a slight breeze, but the early morning sun is already warming us, protecting and promising a pleasant day. So this is a wonderful pastime happen. I don't know how deep you can go into it. I have a very, very deep explanation with Prabhuji, but let's dwell a little bit. And I don't think that we will finish in one day, so we will do it in a couple of days. We'll just read short sum and we will continue for a couple of days. One morning, Krishna, Balram and the cowherd boys felt hungry. And Prabhu mentioned that actually sometime in hurry, Krishna and the cowherd boys, they just didn't bring their lunch box with them. Then the mother, Yashoda, Rohini and the other gopis will bring them their lunch box because they know where Krishna has went. But on this special day, Krishna went into other directions that they don't know, so they will never be able to deliver the lunch. So then they will become so hungry. So nice. Krishna planned so wonderfully. Not having yet had their breakfast. Normally the boys breakfast at home and then carried a packed lunch into the pastures. But on that day, they did neither. This is because Krishna left home earlier than usual that morning. And he had to go to the Chirghat, where he stole the garment of the unmarried gopis who had just completed their worship of goddess Katyayani. That will come in our visit near the Nandghat on the 22nd day of our Brajmandala Parikrama. So the boys who had followed Krishna out had also had nothing to eat. This is something that always Gopa follows Krishna. However, they were more concerned about Krishna and Balram's hunger, how much love they should have. They don't care about their hunger, but they were worried about hunger of Krishna and Balram. So feeling their own hunger, they approach the Transcendental Brothers. So they would make some arrangement to it. Always they remain dependent. Anything they need Krishna, they approach Krishna. But we feel that we can manage our things very nicely, so we don't approach Krishna. Krishna asked his friend to go and beg the food from the Karmakandi Brahmanas who are engaged in performing Vedic Yagna for elevation to the heavenly planet. So these pastimes represents just to go to the heavenly planet. Brahmanas perform so many. To perform the yagna is not easy. And they were so fixed upon that they forgot the ultimate goal to show the divine couple. Wonderful pastimes. And Krishna specifically asked the cowherd boys not to mention his name because he was the son of Nand Maharaj, who was a Vaishya. Instead, they should beg food in Balram's name because Balram is known as the son of Vasudeva, a Kshatriya. In this way, they would stand a better chance of receiving something in charity from the Brahmanas. But the cowherd boy simply addressed the Brahmana in this way, and it is mentioned that before Krishna sent the cowherd boys, how Krishna knows that these are propped up Brahmanas. So he trained these cowherd boys so nicely that please respect them. You tell them that you are the worshipper of the demigods. You are followers of the Vedas. Give them a lot of respect so they can hear you. Krishna knows everyone's heart. So I think let's, with those thoughts already, our time is up. We will continue this wonderful pastimes. We also, in our life, putting so much effort and energy for something else, which will lead us to nothing. And we should learn the lesson from this wonderful pastime. So at the Brahmanas Yagna Sthal at Bhattaronda temple, let's invite the divine couple in the inner core of our heart, where we have erected a wonderful throne for the pleasure of the divine couple, with lots of labor of love and with nice diamonds, jewel pearls, and sapphire stones. We will be washing the divine lotus feet with the water. We will be all collecting from 1080 tirthas, including Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, Prem Sarovar, and Ganga Cha, Yamuna Chaiva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jala, Ashwin, Sani, Nitin, Kuru. Washing the divine lotus feet will wash away all the sins that we may have incurred in the previous millions of life and this life, making us an eligible candidate to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with rapt attention. We will dry the lotus feet and offer them the most fragrant incense stick for the pleasure of the divine couple. And then we will light up the ghee lamp to perform the arti in the Brahmurta, where all the eternal associates, divine couple, our previous and present acharyas, blissful Brajvasis, and wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis presence. This is the glorious moment of the day for us, that Krishna is allowing us to serve in Braj. When we perform the arti, we pray at the divine lotus feet, please be merciful, so we can behold your most beautiful, transcendental, attractive, most pleasing to our mind and heart. The divine form may continuously appear within our mind and heart, at least in the early morning hours. Also we pray, please give us the memory so we can remember that Krishna is so close than anyone else, waiting for us to turn toward him. And also, please bring it out all the impurities within our heart so we can work on one by one to purify our heart. And by chanting the holy name attentively, maybe we cleanse our heart so much that Radha and Krishna may reside there eternally. So let's give our full attention. Give, like I'm practicing to give enough time to each syllable so we can hear properly. Hare Krishna, wish you all the best. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.